Hello and welcome to video number 3, where we're going to create a box, or is it a bag, or is it a bag shaped box? Let's wait and decide. I'm starting with a piece of A5 piece of Misty Moonlight cardstock, so a piece of A4 that's been cut in half. I'm going to pop the shortest side up to the top, and I'm going to bring it so it's 2.5 centimeters over on this side, and I'm going to score at 2.5 centimeters that side. Going to swing it all the way around, and I'm going to score it at 2.5 centimeters on that side. Then I'm going to swing it round so we have the longest side to the top, and then I'm going to score it at 10 centimeters and opening it up at 20 centimeters. So that will give us a 1 centimeter little squidgy bit just there. Now, leaving the long side at the top, I'm then going to put 2 more score lines in, one at 5 centimeters, but I'm just going to go from the top to that first score line. So just literally that top little bit just there. So just, whether you can see that there, just that bit just there. And then I'm going to do exactly the same at 15 centimeters. So hopefully what you'll find is that those 2 score lines will be the center point of these 2 bigger panels just there. Now what I need to do now is I need to have a score line that goes from there to that corner, there to that corner, there to that corner, and there to that corner. Now you can do this so that you use a piercing mat and an embossing tool, or you can line those up in your, so line that intersection just there and that corner just there, and just use your score blade to do that for you. So I've got that intersection just there. Let's move this down so I can see. So I want to go from that intersection just there to that bit just there. Let's bring up my score blade and do that. And then next, from that intersection to that center point just there, and it's not going to go quite off the edge because we've got this centimeter strip down here. We want to go from that intersection to that bit just there. Okay, so now we have score lines top and bottom, score lines down here, and zigzags going across our cardstock like that. Now to take my scissors and if we come to the top, we need to cut down all of these score lines. So that one, that one, that one, and that one, and this will actually be the bottom of our box. And then on this other side we need just to, again we're going to cut down both score lines, but that one and that one, and we're going to take these bits off. So I'm just going to take that off on a slight angle just to give it a bit of a notch. This will be the big piece then that joins our box cum bag together. Just those are all cut. Let's just score along those pieces just here. Score these ones up. Right, Then what we're going to do is we're going to fold this in half like this. So we've got these two flaps at the top here. And then I'm going to take this die from the Peony die set because I want to give it a nice scalloped top. Now I've got some instructions here that I'm going to put up as a link. The instructions actually talk about using a scalloped punch that we used to have that is now long since retired. But if you have said scalloped punch, then you're more than welcome to use that, or any other sort of scalloped dies, or you could even just cut a pretty scallop in it yourself if you want to. Let's see if that has managed to cut through both pieces. No, let's turn that over, not back the other way. Might need to do the second one separately. Let's see. Oh no, that has cut that off beautifully. So let's take that off. Ooh. We didn't want that to happen, did we? Now obviously you probably are not going to get your embossed, well, it's on this side, but it's not going to be on the outside of your back piece, but that's okay. It's rather pretty. I don't know whether the light, because the light's a bit funny in here, whether that's going to pick up that embossed edge just there. What we're going to do now is we're going to run some glue or some tape or whatever you want to use down this edge just here, and that will form a closure. We'll make our box bag gift wrapping receptacle into a tube. Let's just try and get that hopefully dried up a little bit in the, there we go. I'm going to fold that over like that. Now we have a tube, and then we're going to fold these flaps in on the bottom here to make sort of almost a box base. So what you'll end up with is, as you can see, is it a box? Is it a bag? So let's bring that so it's square, and we'll put some glue on both of these flaps. Have that resting nicely together. Let's open this up and give that a good push down on there. As soon as you open it up, this is where you're probably better off with something like some tape that is going to instantly grab rather than glue, which is not quite so instant. Good firm hold once it's held in, but you don't get that same instant grab. What you have now is a box that stands like this and that pings open. Ping! So what we need to do is decorate our bag. I'm going to come this way because that's the way that we've got our pretty scallops on the top. So I'm going to take a piece of DSP. So I've got this DSP that's got the houses on one side and snowflakes on the other, and I'm going to cut this to make it 9.6 centimeters square. Like that. And then I'm going to find the center point on this bottom, which is 4.8. Quick bit of maths in my head. And what we want to do is from that pencil mark to this corner just here, we want to cut that. And then from that pencil mark to that corner, we want to cut that. So what we have then is a piece of paper that will sit on there and 2 pieces of paper that will sit on here. Now obviously we could turn those around if we wanted to. What I thought I would do is that I would take these 2 outside bits and swap them over. So I'll have the houses on the outside and the snowflakes coming down the middle like that. So let's stick those in place. And then snowflakes in the middle. Just like that. You could of course do exactly the same with the back if you like, or leave the back plain. It's entirely up to you. And then we need a little something to go on there as a bit of decoration in the front. Now I've actually got the 2 sort of zigzaggy circles that come from the Tasteful Touches labels, and in the Itty Bitty Christmas stamp is a stamp that says from our house to yours, which seems quite perfect. It's a little gift that you're sending to a friend, from our house to yours. So let's grab Misty Moonlight ink. I will cut that with that. I think it will just about do it. And then I think I might go old olive actually with that one, just to make a bit of a change from the blue. The die to do that, otherwise our words won't be in the circle. Let's stick that on there. I'm going to take the little red the little car, and I'm going to stamp that onto some Poppy Parade. If I can find a Poppy Parade. I just want a little bit. Let's go in with the Misty Moonlight as we've got that out. And I'm going to take the die to die cut the little car. Might also do a little tree. There's a little bit of let's take that little tree, and again we'll just stamp it in Misty Moonlight as we've got it out. Let's die cut those. My tree. Yeah, the light's on behind me, so actually it's quite dark when I. Oh dear. So dark that I completely missed my tree. I'm just going to die cut a tree and then we'll add the stamping. There we go. What I will do with that car is I'm just going to take my white watercolour pencil and just add a bit of white to the windows. So let's find some sticky pads and let's stick this on. So we've got our From Our House to Yours, a little car that's delivering. I'm going to just take that up a little bit. I'm going to add another foam pad behind there. We have a car delivery. We have our little tree. And then we just want something to tie around the top there. Now that could be something like the Misty Moonlight twine that you get, but I think we'll come in, seeing as we've used quite a bit of old olive in our decoration, we'll just bring a bit of old olive ribbon around there. and just attempt to tie a bow. So there we go. Is it a bag? Is it a box? You've got your self-opening pingy little bag box, decorated with some of those papers from your Trimming the Town suite. From our house to yours, with lots of love. So I hope you've enjoyed that little project, and we'll see you again very soon.